The program is Issues of the Moment, and I'm your host, Eunice Johnson. And today we would be discussing the topic I consider quite interesting. We'll get to find out what the topic is and, of course, who my guest is after the break. Stay tuned. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Today we would be discussing youth development. The youth are quite paramount in everything that you want to consider, because while growing we were told that not just children, the youth are the future of tomorrow. Maybe you'll find out from my guest if indeed we are the future of tomorrow. Welcome.
Hello. How are you doing today?
I'm good, and you?
I'm fine, thank you.
My guest is Lanik Ovie. Sweet name. Now that I know it, I'll call it over and over again. Lanik, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
She's an ambassador, National Youth and Sports Ministry, and she's very passionate about the youth and everything that has to do with the youth. And so today we'll be talking about so many issues regarding, of course, the youth, and then what she thinks about 2019 for the youth. You're an ambassador for the National Youth and Sports Ministry. And from talking with you, I found out that you had actually done quite a lot for the youth. First of all, what led to your appointment as an ambassador?
It's just literally just working and creating opportunities for the youth. And I'm a very creative person, and I really think that creativity and the arts and culture really brings out just something magical within the youths or within children, within people generally. So that's literally what I've just been doing, is literally working hard and really showcasing what Africa has to offer, and as well as like just pushing and carry on pushing the youths in general. So that's what I've been doing, and lo and behold, I was appointed. I was just like, me? Really?
Okay.
But yeah.
So it wasn't like you were expecting it. It just
No,
came.
like honestly, I remember the Palm Sec. Like honestly, he's such an amazing person. He was just like, I think it was like an hour before we went on and my team performed, and he was just like, okay, so we're gonna give you the role of the ambassador. I was just like, huh? Like honestly, like I still have the video, and I'm just like.
Okay, you just said something, performed.
Yeah.
What kind of performance?
Okay, so I put together concepts. So for the opening and closing ceremony for the National Sports Festival.
The one that just...
Yeah, the one that just left, the one that just went in December. I put together a conceptual exhibition. So it's a conceptual art exhibition, which I put together. I had my choreographer, who's amazing, Adela, and had a meeting with her. She jumped on board, and we literally just created something epic and amazing. And I think if you're going to do something, make sure it has a message behind everything you do. And I feel like some people are very like, okay, you know what, it's just fun. But for me, it's where I've come from, it's where we're coming from. It's just that knowledge and giving people that power and empowering people. And I think that's the most amazing thing that you can do for anyone, is to give them that power, to empower them, to understand certain things, to have that knowledge, to be socially aware of what's going on in society and what's happening around them. And I use art and I use the creative elements to push that forward.
Okay, so why the youth? I mean, the answer could be obvious anyway, you're one. But then also you wonder, there's so many things. Yeah. You might want to go into entertainment and many other things, but then you're just into youth development, youth empowerment. Why that?
Funny enough, I am in the entertainment sector as well. But I think right now what is so important to me is empowering the youths, because they are the future. They are our tomorrow, our next week, our next year. And once you give a child or a youth that information that they need to empower themselves, any country is going to be better. So why not Nigeria?
Okay, you just said there are tomorrow, there are future. That's like a cliche,
No, of course. So, no, definitely. No, it is.
Do you see it really happening now that a lot of youths are actually coming out to vie for positions that you couldn't have expected in the past? So is this really the future that we've been looking forward to?
It's the future we're trying to look forward to. It's as long as we are giving that opportunity to go as hard and work as hard. Nigerian people, African people, If you give them that opportunity to work hard, they're going to excel. So imagine giving that power to the youths of today and being like, you know what, here you have it. Do what needs to be done for your people, because we're the ones that have grown up in this system, so we can see, we've grown up, we've seen certain things. And it's just like, we're the best people because we know what's good for ourselves. We know, like most of the people in Nigeria, there's like 80 million youths, and we're not talking about the ones that are like 25 to 35. There's so many of us. So imagine all of us coming together and being like, you know what, we want to change. We want a change, and we effectively are going to push for a change and a better tomorrow. So that's what I mean. It's cliche, but most things are cliche, but it's actually speaking it and putting it into action. And that's what people don't do.
Speaking it and acting it.
This is it.
Okay, so now there's so many things that, that you rightly mentioned, the old ones have been doing it.
Yeah.
Old ones in quotes, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They've been doing it, and Nigeria is still faced with lots and lots of challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they, with the experience and all of that, couldn't handle some of these things, what hope is there for the youth?
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Okay.
And in order for change and in order for things to be effectively done, there's going to be times we're going to wait. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It might not happen in 5 years, 10 years. But as long as there are people that are implementing these things, and we're seeing things, and people understanding certain things that are going around or going on in your country. Because if you don't understand things and you don't know things, you're just going to speak without any information, and people are going to be like, oh, but you don't know what you're talking about. But if you have facts and you understand what you're saying, there's no one that's going to knock the mindset that you have or the knowledge that you have. So someone that's, the old dogs, we love them dearly, hats off to them. But at the same time, we're fresh minds. So we've seen certain things. Things have changed from 10 years, 15 years, 5 years. Things change within a year, within 3 months, within 2 weeks, within 2 days. Anything can change.
Within a second.
This is it. I don't even know what you're going to ask me in 5 minutes. So this is what I'm saying. It's just about us having that fresh mind and seeing certain things and being like, we want to invoke change. That's going to help everybody. So why not?
I'm curious about something.
What are you curious?
You'll find out. Let's just take a quick break, and when we return, you'll find out what my curiosity is about. Don't go away. Welcome. The program is still Issues of the Moment, and my guest has been Lenik Ovie, and we've been talking about the youth, and I'm finding it quite interesting considering, the gesticulations and all of that to buttress her points. Now, I said I was curious, and I still am.
Okay.
What are those things that you've actually done? When we got talking, you were like, oh, I love the youth, I want to do this, I want to do that. What are some of those things that you have done, for the youth? Okay, so away from the creative aspect.
So what I want to do right now, I'm going to talk about what I'm trying to do now, is put together an orphanage. I wouldn't call it a fun day, but it's literally like a debate day. It's like I don't want to call it outreach program because I feel like lots of people use an outreach program, but maybe like an orphanage fun day, an orphanage debate day, and it's literally bringing creative youths within the orphanages together to really push them, because that's my thing is people just think, okay, you think about the orphanages and you think of, okay, we're going to give them rice. So something that me and my team did on the 27th of December is we went to the orphanage. Of course you give them something, but that was not the point. It's really empowering them with that fun, that zeal, and I feel like people misconstrue certain things, like, okay, if you're an orphanage, or if you're in an orphanage or you're orphan, you're I'm not trying to say that you're the bottom of the barrel, but you're sometimes forgotten. So it's really giving them that power to be like, I can do what they're doing, and just giving them that opportunity to have fun, to dance, to be able to speak, to express themselves. And I feel like people don't understand self-expression is so important for any child, for any youth growing up, because you don't want to feel boxed. And there's lots of times where you feel like you're boxed in a box, like, okay, you can't do certain things, so why not empower them? Because everyone thinks, okay, go to a public school, go to a private school, provide these opportunities, but go to the place where you would least expect it. Maybe someone's done it before, but me, that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, you talked about being a creative, like
Yeah.
from the very start. And you're also talking about empowering the orphans. Is creativity part of, like, are you going to teach them some sort of what you do, or just the general form of skill acquisition kind of empowerment? What kind of empowerment
I
specifically?
think it's a bit of everything. It's understanding what they're good at. So on like during this program, we'll be, getting, I wouldn't say the best of the best because it's not fair. Just kind of like seeing where everyone's point is in terms of, okay, are you good at dancing? Are you good at art? Are you good at fashion? Are you good at singing? And then having people come together that I know personally and be like, okay, I would like you to come out. To just let them see what could manifest if you put in the hard work. And then literally giving them just that extra push that, okay, you know what, they've done it, I can do it. And that's how it is, because you see people on TV, but you don't know the process, you don't know the stress, you don't know the crying, the tears, the blood and the sweat that's gone into it. So imagine having them sit down and just talking to someone one-on-one, like, oh my
And
God,
make
I saw,
them
yeah,
feel-
like, oh, I saw you playing football, or, oh my God, I saw you singing or dancing, oh my God, like, you're so amazing. Like, I've got amazing friends that have done so well for themselves and in different fields. So imagine coming together and just speaking to people one-on-one, having a conversation with someone is so important. Interacting with people is so important. People think it's too big, but the littlest things, interacting with someone, hey, how are you? I saw you, you're so amazing. That
It goes
it goes a long way, because you're going to grow up like, oh my God, I remember back in the day when I spoke to that person and they said I can do it. That's that push.
My guest has been Lenik Ovie. I like the sound of the name
Ooh.
Lenik.
Yes, it just rolls off your tongue
You
so
know.
well.
All right, and we've been talking about youth development, but on a lighter note, not that kind of serious youth development kind of thing. And it's been wonderful speaking with her. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
We hope you come some other time when we need you to.
Just call me, just text me.
Your call
I'm
away.
down. Yes, literally.
All right, thank you for coming. The program has been Issues of the Moment, and I do hope as a youth, if you watched, you're aspiring for one position or the other, you have gotten the inspiration that you need. And if you've been feeling a bit pessimistic, maybe today your mind would be changed. Thank you very much for being part of the program. Till I come your way next time, I'm Eunice Johnson. Bye for now.